Holly Horn. Hi, Nay. Wow, I'm early.
Hi, Holly. Thanks to you, we start the show because I wait for a chat before we start. So you got the show started, Holly. Thank you. I haven't seen you in a while. I'm so glad you're back. And it's cool that you got the
Trendy
show
Nick.
started for us, too.
Good morning.
Hey, Nick.
It's Josh G. Prepare yourself.
That's right.
Prepare yourself.
You ready? Let's see if I get it right.
Prepare yourself.
Click. Yes. I love getting the timing right on that.
Prepare yourself.
It's Josh G. Wicked. Ma Gracie. Did Nays start smoking crack? This is way off base. Holly Horn.
I started having sex
There you
with your
are.
mom.
Holly Horn. Hi, Nay.
Your mom was way off base last night when I was banging her.
Holly Horn. Off base.
Off bad bass. Low bass. Fuck you, Jimmy Dore fans.
Doc Holland.
Hey,
Good morning,
Docky
Nick.
Hollandaise.
Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you too, man. It's been a while. She made it in time for the intro.
Ma Gracie. Massively, Jimmy is far from racist.
Really? I disagree.
Michael Large. Hey.
Hey, Michael, what's up, buddy?
It starts with an F.
Caught some of your show the other day, man. It's good.
It's Josh G.
You're doing good work.
Didn't even make it out the intro. Here we go.
I know, right? I love how people that never watch my show all of a sudden show up when I mention Jimmy Dore. You know?
Michael Large. Thanks.
You're welcome, buddy.
Good and how? Let's go.
Hello, Trendy's Trendy, everybody in live in Northern California. I'm Trendy, hashtag all things trendy. Where you find me in hashtag, Orlando, Florida. Where you find me in hashtag Trendy's on all forms, social media, especially right here at rumble.com/user/Nays Garden.
Doc Holland. Man, oh man. That new restaurant has me running red. Glad to be back watching.
Yes, we are here for yet another show. Some more fun times, so let's go.
Ma Gracie. Because Cornell simps for brother Bernie the sellout.
No, Jimmy's a racist because Jimmy's a fucking racist, you know? Jimmy's anti-Semitic, and just based on his anti-Semitism, you can call him a fucking racist. I don't need to argue that with you. It's provable. I've already proved it. You know,
Doc Holland.
whatever you
I bleed
perceive,
for Yodu.
whatever you perceive Cornell West is saying, you know, simping for brother Bernie the sellout, it doesn't even make sense. You don't even have something to argue with. You know, Jimmy Dore's anti-science. He's anti-mask. You know, he's anti-social distancing. He doesn't care if you get a deadly disease and you give it to someone else and you both die from it. He couldn't give a fuck about you. We've gone over this a million times on my show. You don't know Jimmy Dore for what he is. I suggest you just go back and keep watching him and stay off my show because I don't need fucking indoctrinates here. I really don't. My audience knows what Jimmy Dore is, and if you haven't figured that out for yourself yet, I'm not going to be able to convince you of it. So just fucking leave, dude. Don't hang out with us. We're going to get high and have some fun, and we don't need morons like you in here. All right? So just fuck off. And for the rest of you, let's have some fun. You know? Of course, I brought plenty of receipts, and I don't need to produce any of them because we already know. You know? So, whatever. I'm not here to argue with anybody. It's just a fact. Jimmy Dore is a human fucking piece of garbage. And And now, other people are starting to realize it. Not just me. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with fucking me now. Go fucking argue with everybody else that's calling his ass out. You know? And that's really all I want to say about it is, hey man, the world's finally catching up to me. Great. Play catch up, folks.
Michael Large.
Get on board.
That's what I came in here for. Your info, love it.
Thank you,
Holly
Michael.
Horn. Dory knobs ringing.
I know.
It's Josh
I
G.
used to really enjoy.
You're always ahead of the
I used to
curve.
really enjoy Jimmy Dore too. I used to enjoy that show. Had a lot of love for him. I gave him a lot of free stuff. But you know, people evolve, or in his case, people devolve. You know, people change sometimes for the better, like me. Or sometimes people change for the worse, like Jimmy Dore and Steph Zamorano and Kurt Metzger. You know, Jackson Hinkle. You know, some people just devolve. They get worse. They say that a lot of people, as they get older, Americans, they become Republican. And the reason they do that is because they're more concerned about their finances, and Republicans are, you know, very in tune, you know, to making lots of money and shitting on other people. And for people who are greedy and selfish narcissists, they fit right into the Republican Party. Democrats want to silence everybody. They want to take your words and make sure that you're not fucking heard by anybody. Just as bad. It's just as bad. You got two shitty parties, and if you call yourself one or the other, if you adhere to either of that, you're part of the problem. Jimmy Dore likes to sit outside and poke fun at both of them, as I do. That's a good thing. The problem with that is,
speak the truth.
if you're going to be
bro.
one of those people that calls out the left and the right, then you should also be pro-science.
Hello.
Hey, Joel, you should be pro-science and pro-facts and stuff like that, and Jimmy's just not. And he's got this dumb narrative. He has a bunch of dumb people on his show that say a lot of dumb things, and they lie to his audience, and he sits back. You know, he lets Craig Postagiordulo come on there and fucking lie to his audience, and Jimmy says nothing while the lies
Mark
are
Racy,
being spewed all over the
weren't
place.
you on the Jimmy stream many times at Holly Horn? Holly Horn. Do I look Republican to you?
Hell no. You don't look Republican. Who's calling you a Republican? I mean, Holly, I don't think anybody has ever seen you, ever. I don't think anybody knows who you are. You're just like a mystery. You know? So when you say, do I look Republican? I don't know, Holly. I've never seen you. I don't know who you are.
Holly Horn.
I don't know anything about you.
Mark Racy. That was then. This is now.
So you threw it out there. Do I look Republican? I've never seen you. So how would I know what you look like? You seem very, very protective of your identity. You know? For someone who spends so much time on the internet.
Michael Large. What is the definition of pro-science?
The definition of pro-science is someone who supports science.
Mark Racy. You watch Sater and Pac-Man then?
No, they're idiots. Sam Cedar and David Pakman are both fucking idiots, and they're bought and sold by the fucking Democratic Party. They don't make any sense. When you listen to them talk, it's like listening to Jimmy Dore. They don't
Michael Large.
none of them make any sense.
Okay.
Yeah, you're pro-science and you believe in science. In other words, if science developed Bluetooth speakers,
Doc Holland.
right, which it did.
Do you still follow Ron, Lee, and Graham? Holly Horn.
Ron, Lee, and Graham.
Joking, nay.
Yes.
I said that 'cause I'm a certain age.
Joking, I said that because I'm a certain
Holly
age.
Horn.
Oh, no,
No Mark Racy.
nobody would know, Holly. No one knows anything about you. You are an enigma. You are a puzzle wrapped in a I don't know. You're an enigma. No one knows who or what you are. I mean, I'm just saying. We don't know anything about you. You're just a name, a text name that I've seen moderating other channels, saying nice things to other podcasters. But personally, I've never seen you. Just saying. It would be nice to see who you are. You know,
It's
Be nice.
Josh G.
Become a real person.
She's a box of chocolates we haven't opened.
I know, you're a box of chocolates.
Mock
we have-
Racy. How is Jimmy racist or right-wing? And isn't it a good thing to gather people regardless of ideology?
I didn't really call Jimmy right-wing. I called him a racist. He's anti-Semitic. So if you're going to hate
Holland.
Jews based on their
Ha, ha, ha.
race, that makes you a fucking racist. Jimmy Dore is a provable anti-Semite. So, you know, Jimmy Dore's a racist, and I've already proven that on Twitter. You know, just because you haven't figured it out, Mock Racy, I mean, you should follow me on Twitter. And you'll see why Jimmy Dore blocked me, because I called him out for having a fake account and retweeting anti-Semitic tweets from Fiora Isabella from the Convo We Make Shit Up couch. You know, but like I said, my audience is fully aware of all of this. And if you watched my show, which you don't, if you watched my show, you'd understand I'm not the one on crack. It's probably you. You're fucking projecting. But I appreciate you pushing me on this because, bro, I got the goddamn receipts. I have no problem producing. I'll bring up the video and I'll show you. Jimmy's a big fat fucking liar. You know, he's also anti-Semitic. That makes him a fucking racist. He's anti-science. All provable.
Michael Large. Show the receipt. Show that receipt.
All right. You want the receipt? I'll give it to you.
Michael Large.
God bless America.
LOL.
I'll bring the receipt. I've got it. It's called, what is it, 31 Pieces of Straw?
Michael Large. Love.
Love you, bro. All right, hold on. Content. Straw. S-T-R-A-W. It's like 32 Pieces of Straw is like the name of the... Jimmy Dore and 32 Pieces of Straw.
Hollyhorn.
Or something like that.
What really disappointed me was Aaron Mate hosting for Jimmy.
Aaron Mate? That disappointed you? Why did Aaron Mate... Oh, because you have respect for Aaron Mate. Well, you know the thing I like about Aaron Mate is when Jimmy gets into his bullshit... Hey there, buddy. When Jimmy gets into his bullshit, Aaron Mate will nod along and whatever, but he'll never actually agree with him on bullshit issues. And Jimmy puts that out in front of Aaron and looks for, Aaron to pile on, and Aaron won't pile on. He'll just sit there and, nod along and whatever. You could see he doesn't want to sell himself out with Jimmy's bullshit narrative. You can see he totally doesn't want to sell himself out. But at the same time, Aaron Mate picked up a whole bunch of new viewers by going on Jimmy's show, and yeah, you could call out Aaron a little bit, but at the same time, I don't blame too many people for using Jimmy for clicks and views. I don't blame them for that. Jimmy deserves to be used by people because he's a fucking liar. At the same time, I wouldn't want to fucking be associated with him anymore. And look who Jimmy's fucking in bed with. Craig Jardullo, one of the biggest fucking liars on the internet. So he has Craig sit there and lie for him, and he sits back off camera and nods along while Craig tells all the lies now. Why? Because Craig is running cover for Jimmy, so Jimmy doesn't have to say the actual words himself. But he agrees with everything Craig says. Anyway.
Joel Froggy. Can you water a clone with normal water and out and will it out?
Yes, you can water it with normal water. Yes, you can. In fact, you probably should be using just water on a clone. Okay, so this is straw manning, right? This is straw man 101. I do this whole thing about Jimmy Dore lying to his audience, trying to make a point about that woman that gave testimony at the January 6th hearing. And he makes all of these points why people should not believe her. And I make all these points of why people should believe her. And I also show you why everything that Jimmy says is a piece of straw and has nothing to do with the issue at hand. Why? Because Jimmy Dore is a fucking liar. He will sit there and lie, and that's what straw manning is. You're trying to form an argument out of a bunch of bullshit, and your argument is a lie. So you get all the straw, which are facts, to try to bolster your fucking lie, but you're straw manning it. So your point is a fucking lie. That's what straw manning is. Straw manning is getting a bunch of actual facts together to try to make it look like your lie is true. That's fucking straw manning. And what that means is your whole argument's made out of straw, and it dissolves under scrutiny by someone like me who can destroy your shit. Right? And that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to watch a video that I made. This explains what a straw man argument is.
It's Josh G. I'm not sure I even know what Jimmy stands for or believes anymore.
Oh, I do.
What's his agenda in a nutshell other than to bolster up deception?
I know his agenda.
Doc
I
Holland.
completely know his agenda.
Seek and destroy.
And he doesn't care whether he's right or wrong. He just wants to push his agenda, which is the government is bad, and vaccines are bad, and masks are bad, and it's all about the government trying to control you and scare your children, and your kids need to be in school, and they all need to be infecting each other, and we all need to be out watching Jimmy Dore live, and all of us need to be breathing on each other and spreading COVID and RSV and flu all among each other because Jimmy has to be on a stage, because Jimmy needs, he's a fucking narcissist, man. He just needs people fucking to come out and risk their lives so that he can have more people in his fucking live show audiences. That's his fucking narrative. He doesn't give a fuck about your life. Here, watch this. It says a straw man argument explains what a straw man argument, what I just explained to you, is a type of red herring argument meant to cause confusion, one that's deliberately misleading, in other words, full of lies and irrelevant to the actual issue at hand, which the issue is usually, on their side, a lie.
And also, Manu, based on this new reporting about the Secret Service,
here we go.
What does this all mean for Trump aide Tony Ornato, who apparently is willing to testify and is also disputing this testimony from Hutchison?
Yeah, it's unclear exactly what Ornato will say if he does agree to testify under oath. We've only heard from unnamed officials who say they dispute that he relayed the story.
Holly Horn.
Exactly.
Cult
and
leader.
yet Jimmy Dore is going around saying that her story was debunked. And you know what
Cult leader,
what usually
right.
debunking is referring to? Myths and legends. That's what debunking usually is. Like when someone says they saw a UFO, you debunked, you proved that it was bullshit, right? This girl didn't get debunked by anybody. Not at all. And it's just funny that that's Jimmy Dore's choice of words, isn't it? She didn't get debunked. She did not get debunked. This guy hasn't said shit in front of a fucking grand jury or I'm sorry, in front of a committee. Not shit. Not one peep.
It's Josh G.
Interesting.
Love these Og receipt vids.
And let me just say this, that whole thing that I'm talking about right there, that is the claim, is that she was debunked. That's Jimmy Dore's lie, is that the woman who gave testimony was debunked. He says it over and over and over again. That's the lie. Okay? That's the lie. That is the proof that Jimmy Dore is a fucking liar. And all of you can see it here. He's lying. He's saying that she got debunked when she didn't get debunked. He uses 30 supposed facts to try to bolster his statement that for some reason she's being debunked. And I go through every single thing that him and his stupid fucking wife claim on this dumbass fucking video, and I destroy it all. And in the end, prove to you that Jimmy Dore is a fucking liar. Why? Because of this stupid argument that he's trying to say she's debunked. That's a lie, right? So Jimmy Dore's a liar. Proved. Here's the receipts right here, folks. Let's get high with Pinoy.
Right?
To describe
and yet, she's already been debunked.
In the aftermath of January 6th, it was well known that there was an angry Donald Trump.
Surrounded by Keith says, fuck Dore. Dude,
surrounded by Keith. Whatever happened to that guy?
On certain levels, I totally agree with you. Fuck Dore. Hey, surrounded by
Bro.
Keith. I totally agree with you, man. On certain levels, man,
the word debunk means you've proven them false. You've proven them to be a liar. That's debunk. he doesn't understand what the word debunked means. Either that, or he really honestly believes that she's a fucking liar. And he does. He thinks she's a fucking liar, and he thinks he's got all the evidence to prove that she's lying. Oh, she looked up and to the left, he says. Oh, look, she looked up and to the left. Or some shit like that. Oh, that's proof that she's lying.
There's certain things that he
Psychotic.
covers where I'm just like, he's not making any sense. And his wife and his buddy Kurt Metzger sits there and lets him and they agree and they pile on, man. And he's not making any sense. And,
I'm ready when you are, bro.
Yep.
don't get me wrong here, guys. I love Ron Placone. I love Graham Elwood. I think it's interesting that you don't see them on his show anymore.
Yeah, Graham and Ron and Lee Camp and Tim Black.
I don't get the same bullshit from Ron Placone and Graham Elwood that I hear out of Jimmy Dore's mouth. I wonder if that has anything to do with their lack of an appearance on his show. And now they've been almost completely replaced by, yes men, Kurt Metzger and Jackson Hinkle, the two yes boys that'll just sit there and laugh and pile on for Jimmy. Crazy, huh?
You notice how it says number of straw argument 0 at the bottom of the screen. That number is going to go up to 30 by the end of the video.
Oh, look at that. Former Secret Service agents. I was like, Secret Service agents can't ever talk to the press or the public. Blah, 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 blah. Secret Service, we never do that. Secret Service. Oh, there's an ex-Secret Service agent. There he is right there on CNN giving his opinion. Like I said, I was just doing that. I'm like, whatever. They can't talk to the public.
Years. Ellie, so we have these two different Secret Service sources telling a very similar account to what Cassidy Hutchinson
and meanwhile,
about the SUV.
Oh, there's all these Secret Service sources. Oh, but they'll never talk to the public or the press. Oh, yeah, all of a sudden there's all these sources from the Secret Service. Huh. So it seems like you didn't know what you were talking about yesterday, doesn't it? It's kind of like this, kind of like I'm glad I brought this up because it kind of disproves everything that you fucking said yesterday.
You're right. How does this add to the picture?
What happened? But Tony Ornato told me this story about Trump sort of having this tantrum and lunging for this
bald, cue ball looking motherfuckers trying to get laid.
Right? I remember that.
Worked.
The Secret Service agent trying to get laid, telling us fucking, oh, did you hear what happened in the Beast?
We're learning that a story that's substantially similar, not identical, but quite similar to what Cassidy Hutchinson
Cassie's hot. She's a hot woman.
And that is strong corroboration for Cassidy Hutchinson.
Corroboration. Now, I want you guys to remember that word, corroboration, okay? Now, Cassidy Hutchinson's story has been corroborated by more Secret Service agents that heard the same story. Jimmy Dore, Mr. She's Been Debunked, bullshit.
Key aspects of what Hutchinson testified to that Trump knew that crowd was.
How am I smarter than Jackson Hinkle, Steph Zamorano, Kurt Metzger, and Jimmy Dore? How am I smarter than all four of them put together?
Cheers, Pinoy.
Yet they have millions of viewers and I have 11. Isn't that funny?
Why don't I have 11? They have millions and I have 11. Fuck my audience. All right, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
So, like I said, we're just going to have to wait and see for this other Secret Service agent to come out and testify under oath and give his story. And meanwhile, we've got like 3 Secret Service, at least, no, was it? Well, now we've got, 3 Secret Service agents that have repeated the same story. Let them come out and tell their sides too. There's no secrets in the Secret Service. Hey, it don't sound as tight as everybody's trying to make them sound in the chat yesterday. Isn't that funny? Oh, the Secret Service! The Secret Service! There's no secrets in the Secret Service. The agent, the first thing he said, well, for one thing, there's no secrets in the Secret Service. They're not as tight as you wish they were, motherfuckers. It's hilarious. So, it looks like there's no secrets in the Secret Service, so we're going to get to hear from several of the Secret Service people. And you guys will be able to judge for yourselves whether or not
C.J. Hill,
Cassidy,
the based god in his true form.
C.J. Hill, you're too kind.
And then you can look
Pinoy,
at
good morning, not telling hello.
Steph Zamorano, and
Docky, Holly, Joshy, C.J.
That they owe everybody. As soon as it happens, they'll owe everyone an apology.
Bunch of people here. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
They'll just walk away from it.
I got a question.
Like it never happened.
It might be a dumb question.
No, go ahead.
But I've always wondered this. Do you think that there's some book that the president has that has all the secrets, and they pass them to president to president to president?
No. I think the president is the most uninformed of everybody, and that's
He's just a fake.
well. There's not that. It's the deniability. It's you have to have the ability for a president to not know shit, so they can't admit to things legally. So it's part of I think it's part of our government to literally keep the president in the dark on some really top secret shit, because if he was brought up on charges like Trump is right now and under oath and had to say shit, well, he wouldn't, then he could reveal government secrets in a court of law or some shit, you know?
Right.
And if he doesn't know the secrets, he can't reveal them. I don't know. I'm just guessing right here. I have no idea. But I've just known there's so many presidents who've written books after they get out. You know, they want to write a book and make a lot of money. But you'll never see anything really juicy, you know? And they never reveal anything. You would just think someone like Richard Nixon, Donald Trump.
Don't get it.
You
So
think
far,
Donald
no
Trump had a book
explanation
like
is
that?
of
He'd
how
keep
Jimmy
it a
is
secret,
racist.
bro?
That's a big accusation.
Donald Trump could never sit on that shit. You know, if he had a book with all
Hollywood.
the government secrets in it,
Plausible
we'd know them all.
deniability.
Mockray, it's like I'm talking to a fucking wall over there. I already explained to you now. Fucking sit your ass down and listen to me, okay? Jimmy Dore puts up anti-Semitic tweets on Twitter. He's a fucking racist under a sock account.
Crazy.
That's all you need to know about Jimmy Dore being a racist. I already explained that to you, but it's like talking to a fucking wall. Now, I've got that evidence, too. Right now, yeah, plausible deniability. Thank you, Holly. Right now, we're showing that he's a liar. Now, I said three things. I said he's a liar, he's a racist, and he's anti-science. I'm going to prove all that shit, one at a time. The first thing I'm going to prove is that he's a fucking liar. All right? So sit the fuck down and calm down.
Couldn't believe the dumbass even mentioned ivermectin today on his stupid fucking
I know.
show.
I like to say that when I'm all worked up. Calm down.
Michael Adupoku.
It's part of the joke.
Hello, Ben. Good morning. How are you?
I always wonder if
hope
anybody gets that
everything is
joke.
Maybe another
I like what you do, bless.
But it was another recent one.
Michael
And he keeps mentioning
Adupoku.
that, like, he has not seen.
Michael
Mock
Adupoku.
Racy.
Thank you for that.
Holly, any examples of Jimmy being racist? Maybe Aaron doesn't in any way see Jimmy as racist, nay. Maybe that's possible?
Well, I don't know if Aaron Mate is familiar with Two Coats, Jimmy Dore's sock account on Twitter, that he retweets racist tweets from Fiora Isabella from the convo We Make Stuff Up couch, who's a fucking anti-Semite cunt. So, you know, maybe it's possible that Aaron Mate's not familiar with that. Aaron
Mark Racy.
Mate probably doesn't follow me on
Nays
Twitter.
any proof?
Dude, you're not going to last long. You're not listening to a fucking word I'm saying. You're not going to last in my chat very long if you can't fucking listen to me. I literally just told you we're going through this one at a time. You know, I can't do fucking three things.
Mockasy, I'm not playing. Thank you. Mock Racy. Guilty by association, lol.
No, it's not guilt by association. It's called a fucking retweet, dumbass. You know what that means? It's not guilt by association. You know, I know a whole bunch of fucking racists. I associate with racists. Does that make me a racist? You fucking idiot.
Seen any of the science that says it hasn't done anything. He's still just going on the Joe Rogan science, you know?
Which is no
Because
science.
Joe Rogan took this one thing with, 20 other things. We threw the kitchen sink at it. But it was that one thing that did it, right, Jimmy? We got a lot to talk about, man. So, I watched
It says go.
Jimmy Dore video.
Number of straw man arguments presented.
this morning,
Go.
And it was Steph, Jackson, Kurt, and Jimmy. And the other one I watched was the U.S. spy operation that manipulates social media revealed by Jimmy Dore. I saw that one too. And
I'll speed it up.
I don't think that's the same video. That's the one about, but that's the one where he makes the comment about ivermectin near the end of it. So he had said debunked, and all of a sudden he's removed the word debunked, but he says it in the video. It's like he doesn't understand the definition.
This is Webflow.
Words.
Meet the design tool from the future. The most powerful visual code.
And Jimmy would just, when he's going to use a word like debunked, he would just go look up what the word means. He'd realize he's using the wrong word. If he'd say refute, he'd be using the correct word. If he would use the word dispute, he would be using the correct
Here you go, Pinoy.
Right?
Like, hey, did you see that testimony for the thing?
Any word, you said any word but debunked.
It's all bullshit.
You could have used any other word.
You don't follow. So how can you have commentary and opinion on it, Jimmy? This is my problem with you, Jimmy. Is you're going to go right now, you're going to smear this woman, Cassidy Hutchinson. You're going to smear her for 33 minutes with these two people and your wife. The four of you are going to smear this woman, and you just said you're not watching the testimony. It's an abomination that you do these uploads, that you do them based on things that you refuse to watch and claim to be an expert on all of it.
Right, so let's just stop right there. So Jimmy spends 22
Mark
minutes.
Racy. Nays buys into January 6th propaganda.
Dude, you dumbass. I watched January 6th live on this show. We watched it happen live. Did you, motherfucker? Hey, we also watched the fucking January 6th commission hearings. Did you? I bet you didn't. Jimmy didn't watch those either. So that was the point I was just going to make. Jimmy didn't even watch the fucking hearings and does all this smearing on this woman. He didn't even watch the whole fucking thing. He didn't watch any of it. So it's what's hilarious is that he can make statements and admonish people and call them lying and say that they're not credible when he himself is guilty of the exact same things he's pointing his finger
Mark
at.
Racy. You believe COVID propaganda? What the?
Well, I believe that my mother got COVID and was the sickest that she'd ever been in her entire life. She's 81 years old. She said she'd never been that sick in her entire life. After 81 years, you get something after 81 years and it makes you that sick, you're going to start taking it seriously. That's not fucking propaganda, motherfucker. That happened to my mother. So, you know what happened to your mom last night. I banged the shit out of her. You know that, right? I was banging your mom last night. Oh, your mic's up, brother. Your mic's up.
I had a cousin that passed away from getting COVID, but she had underlying sicknesses. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of us do. A lot of human beings have a lot of underlying sicknesses, and everyone thinks, oh, I'm 100% healthy. What am I worried about? Well, fuck you. I'm not 100% healthy. I'm one of those people that's marginalized.
The older you get, the more like what is it called? Susceptible to getting sick, dude.
Bye, Mom. Have a good day. Love you. Nick Brown. Nick Brown had COVID. He's one of our audience members, Nick Brown, and he said it was fucking horrible. And it wasn't just him. We just had a couple of other members in our audience that just had COVID and said they were so fucking sick. So, you want to call propaganda whatever, dude. I'm just telling you, man, you believe what the fuck you want to believe. But don't try to project onto me the fact that you have a problem with science, dude. It sounds like you're the one with the problem.
This is Democratic Party and establishment narratives.
Bro, well, who fucking cares whose narrative it is when it's fucking true, asshole? If the Democratic Party goes out and says the sky is blue, well, son of a bitch, they got something right, you moron. Just because you don't like someone doesn't mean that they don't get some shit right. And guess what? They got this whole goddamn thing right. That COVID, it kills some people, and you shouldn't catch it, and you don't get natural immunity, and ivermectin doesn't do dick for you. And Jimmy Dore lies about that shit. And then he has these morons come on and say, oh, you got a higher risk of getting COVID if you get the vaccine. Shut the fuck up! What are you trying to do? Are you trying to help or are you trying to hurt? It's the Democratic narrative.
Jimmy sounds the same, LOL.
Who starts hating Jimmy? Starts hating Jimmy? Ha! Dude, I had long hair when I made this video, you moron. You're an idiot. God. Yeah, I just started hating Jimmy yesterday.
It's Josh G.
And I don't understand why the other three don't
Well, son of a bitch, ha ha ha, love you, nay, sewing funny.
Thank you, Josh G.
Office. I noticed Mr. Renato lingering outside of the office. Once we made eye contact, he quickly waved me to go into his office, which was just across the hall from mine.
We watched this testimony. I just want to make a couple things clear. Nick, I'm glad you're here, buddy.
Yeah, we were just talking about you.
First of all, he's taking excerpts of her testimony. She testified for quite some time. I don't know if it was for more than an hour. I think it was. And that is something that Jimmy Dore and no one else on...
Do you even smoke flower, bro?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Yeah, I got my bowl right here.
Fuck yeah, you do, bro.
She's ready to go.
All right.
Wait, hold on. Let me top her with a little...
I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to put a little special...
Little
bit in there.
Sunshine. Just a little guy.
All right, we're gonna get back in the video. Mr. Long Hair over here.
On the show is taking into consideration.
Trendy
And she
Nick.
was there for a long period of time.
Cheers,
You know,
guys.
and maybe the fact that she was monotone or droning on or had a smile on her face or whatever was just the stress of
Cheers,
having to do it. It's just
Nick!
the monotony of it, you know?
When I went in, he shut the door.
Nick was
and
here,
there's
Nick was
Bobby
here.
Angle, who's the head of.
When she said that, I thought
Or
Ringo
the
from
stress
that
of having to do it.
Yeah, it's a Me Too moment.
Yeah, I was like, what do you
Mark
say?
Gracie. Graham lied about cover. Holly Horn.
Mr. Trump's pretty detailed.
Cheers, Nick.
All right, Graham Elwood
Cheers.
lied about COVID. Cheers, cheers. Put on. We're gonna
Cheers,
address
all right.
that. Cheers. I lied about COVID too. Only because I had been lied to. You know, I trusted people that I shouldn't have trusted, and I was told that when you get the vaccine that you have a decreased chance of getting COVID. That's not true.
Whoa. What the hell? My damn speaker just fell.
And it's too bad that they felt the need to lie about that, because they turned all of us into a bunch of fucking liars. And I admit it. And that's the difference, Mock Racy, between me and Jimmy Dore. I admit when I've been caught and I said something wrong and I lied. I did lie. I told a lie to my audience.
Back up.
I had to come back and apologize for that lie. And said, you know
Back
what?
up, guys. Come on, back up. Give me some space.
I got the fucking science wrong.
CJ Hill. I'm smoking out of a reindeer.
But it doesn't change
It's
the...
Josh G.
It-
Mock can't control himself from arguing everything.
No, it's okay. Let him argue
Trendy Nick.
everything. I appreciate it.
At Mock
At least he's
Racy,
having a
being
fucking
uninformed and
conversation with
blatantly
me.
lying are two
And
different
even if
things.
he's disagreeing, at least he's talking to me. Yeah, I'd much rather have people that come in here and agree and shit. That's makes me feel good, makes me feel like I'm getting shit right. But, I sit here by myself and never say anything day after day after day with a silent fucking chat. So understand, when Mock Racy comes in here and busts my balls, I really appreciate it, man. Because I just want to talk.
fuck yeah,
I just
dude.
want to talk. And it's cool that
means
you're
there's
giving me an
people
ability
there.
to talk to somebody. So, Mock Racy, even though you and I disagree, understand it. I'm not holding it against you. I appreciate you. Because most people don't know how to have a conversation with me. And
Mock Racy. Nick, he's still lying.
no, I'm lying. I told a lie. I lied. I fucking was misinformed and I
Mr.
lied,
Blue
Nick.
313
Call a lie
says
a lie, bro.
Morning, folks.
I fucking told a lie. I told my audience that if you were vaccinated, you had a lower chance of getting COVID. I believe that shit. I was wrong, man. Turns out the science fucking comes out. And the truth comes out. And lo and behold, no, we're still getting COVID. The people who got vaccinated are still getting COVID, but they're not dying from it. That was the thing. And that was the important fact. And that's the fact that people like Mock Racy don't want to fucking listen to. For whatever fucking reason. Oh, because it came from the Democrats and it's part of their narrative. You have to be able to learn to separate a lie from a truth. And when that truth is going to save your fucking life, dude. It's like the level of deniability, the hypocrisy that people like you have, what you display. There's this guy, his name is Pat, just Pat, on Pat the Burner on Twitter. And let me tell you something, man. He looks at people like you. He'd never have this fucking conversation with you, bro. You would be done instantly because he doesn't have time for morons that can't understand science. I do, man. I got time to talk to you. Understand, and I'll give you my time and we'll have this discussion because I know somewhere out there's someone on the fence and they're listening to me and they're going, well, that guy's making sense and that Mock Racy guy hasn't said anything except just attack Nay and literally hasn't laid out any facts at all to back up anything that he said. Nay is literally bringing all the goddamn data. So why don't you do that too, Mock Racy? Bring me some fucking facts instead of just your bullshit assertions and your right-wing narrative points, okay? Because that's so far, it's like you're a little red pill little dick. And I've seen, you guys are a dime a dozen, man. You're a fucking dime a dozen. Come at me.
Sitting in a chair.
Come at me.
Looking somewhat discombobulated, a little lost. I looked at Tony and he'd said, did you effing hear what happened to the Beast? I said, no, Tony, I just got back.
What?
The Beast is the presidential limo, by the way.
Yeah, so she says, did you effing hear? Why do you have to put effing in? Like, who cares if he swore? Yeah, no, Jimmy.
Effing you.
Hello. She's giving testimony. And if the guy said, you fucking hear what happened in the Beast, she's fucking saying exactly what he said, Jimmy. This
Yeah.
is straw man 101, guys.
That's a straw
Okay,
man.
he's trying to
That's a piece of
straw
straw
man,
right there.
Straw man. This is not even a valid point that he just made. It's not even a valid point. And he's going to do this for 33 minutes, is not make any valid points, and conclude that she's been debunked.
Did you effing hear what happened in the Beast?
You know,
Now he's also making fun of the way she spoke.
it's so sad. This video only got 10 thumbs ups. It makes me want to vomit. I literally feel my breakfast coming up right now. as
Sean
I
the Orca
realize
guy.
it only got 10
Top
thumbs
of the
up.
morning to you, Nay.
But I will give it this. I really wasn't expecting this. It got 146 views. And for me, it's a big deal. 146 is actually really good. But it's sad when you think about all the work that I put into this video. It's
Sean the
it's
Orca
an
guy.
hour-long video.
Shout out to Pinoy Grower.
And I edited it, and I fucking put all the facts in there, and it's got a good title and all that shit, and it just gets fucking ignored. And man, I warned people about Jimmy Dore doing this shit 1 year ago. In fact, this was posted on July 4th of last fucking year. So it's over a year old, this video. Not too many people can say that I'm late to the fucking party. You know? But you go to my Twitter feed and go see the two coats bullshit, and you'll see why Jimmy Dore's a fucking racist.
You effing hear what happened in the Beast? Well, maybe the guy was like, hey man, fucking hear what happened in the Beast. Maybe he was all fucking excited about it. And she's trying to portray the way he said it. Jimmy, let's keep going. I'll rip you apart, bro. Every fucking piece of straw you threw down. It's like you're getting paid to say certain things. Jimmy, isn't that weird? It doesn't even make sense. What's your end game here, man? Why are you even doing it? Why smear her?
See, back then, I didn't think I had it figured out why he would say the things he says, and now I totally understand why he says what he says. I totally understand his...
Sean the Orca guy.
His...
Jimmy Dore is
slant.
a sellout. Nay called that before anybody else. Cheers to Nay.
Yeah, he sells out for clicks.
Are you defending Donald Trump? Is that it? You got a thing for Donald Trump, bro. And I don't think you realize it. I think you got a man crush on him, and I don't think you realize it.
And that, I was wrong about that. It wasn't about Donald Trump for Jimmy Dore. I was wrong. It's just about clicks.
Very good way to put it. Here we go. Yeah, she's very breathy with her speech, right? Okay, here we go.
Well, so is Steph Zamorano. You ever listen to your wife speak? She's got a very breathy way she speaks. Jimmy Dore, you ever listen to your wife? What the fuck does that even mean? Another piece of straw.
No, Stephen Ryan.
We're not gonna have a straw man.
JD exposed by Nay.
Burning Man. Burning Man.
We're gonna have a giant straw man.
Burning Man straw man. That was hilarious.
That when the president got in the Beast, he was under the impression from Mr. Meadows that the off-the-record movement to the Capitol was still possible and likely to happen, but that Bobby had more information.
Steve Running, Sean the Orca guy. What's up, guys?
Gotten into the vehicle with Bobby. He thought that
We
they were
got
going to the
Pinoy,
Capitol, and when Bobby
smoking
had relayed to
flower.
him, we're not. We don't have the assets to do it. It's not secure. We're going back to the West Wing. The president had very strong, very angry response to that.
She starts smiling.
Right.
When she said
Right.
that.
Yeah, and
because, once again, because he's the president of the United States acting like a big fat baby, and she's remembering how shocking it was to her when she remembers what it was like hearing that our dear leader acts like a 2-year-old when nobody's around.
I'd laugh too.
It's funny.
Why is she smiling?
Look at her
You
face.
got it
Is
right.
it the face of an honest person is behaving like she's telling the truth?
Why is she
She
smiling,
seems like an
everybody?
actress.
I'll
She seems like
explain
she's
that.
acting 100%.
No, that's an insult.
Dude,
you know,
Because I would
what's
think that's
crazy
I would think that hey,
is for every stupid fucking question that Jimmy Dore asks, I have an answer for, and Steph and this other woman and Kurt, none of them have an answer. He's asking. He's like, you know, why is she smiling? And none of them are smart enough to say what
Mark
I said.
Racy.
Or is it that
Jimmy
they're? It's
was
not
right
that they're
about
not.
Rusi Agate in COVID war. He isn't perfect like all humans. I don't get this level of hate from.
Well, then keep watching until you figure it out, bro. Because I got plenty more, and you can go back and see all my other videos that I've done. Cheers, bro. Cheers, everybody. No law regarding cannabis. You know,
Sean the Orca guy. Clicks and money, that all Jimmy Dore cares about. He doesn't care if you live or die. All he cares is clicks and money and sucking up to the same people who burned Maui to the ground.
and Jimmy Dore ripped me off $360 too.
Mock Racy. Nays.
I'm going to explain my level of hate towards Jimmy Dore. Are you ready? I love people. I love everybody. All right? I've been working on that my whole life. I want to be able to love all human beings equally. Okay? What I see from Jimmy Dore is somebody who doesn't care about not only just people's lives, but the very people who love and support him. For someone who would go on tour...
Mock Racy. Sounds like an NEXGF.
Well, you could say that. You could say that I sound like an angry ex-girlfriend to Jimmy Dore, but, you know, whatever you need to cope, bro. I'm explaining to you what the fuck Jimmy is about.
Enoch Emmanuel Torres.
Hey, Enoch, what's up, brother?
Yone.
Jimmy will literally go on tour and bring his audience members out of their homes to go congregate and laugh ha 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 all over each other at his hilarious jokes in public, and encourages them not to wear masks, not to vaccinate, and not to social distance, and not to lock down. He doesn't suggest any of those things. Some of those people get sick, and some of those people might die. So to me, Jimmy Dore is fucking evil and selfish and just a bad person. And if literally just in what I just told you doesn't make sense to you, well then, we can agree to disagree on it. But this is where I'm at with Jimmy. You can see why I fucking hate the man, because he has very little regard for actual human lives of his own audience members. He doesn't care. He pretends that he doesn't believe that COVID is killing anybody.
It's Josh G.
He pretends
All this makes
that
me
one of his
remember Jimmy's
audience
little scandal
members
with Anna
couldn't
Kasparian and
possibly
wonder if
catch
he really wasn't as
COVID
innocent
at
as
one
he
of his
claimed.
fucking events and bring it home to a child, or bring it home to an elderly person, or bring it home to somebody at risk and have them die. He acts like that's all bullshit, but you know what? Jimmy knows it's true. And that's how fucked up he is. That's why I hate him. Because we all know Jimmy knows what the real science is. That's why he has all these fake scientists on to lie, and people like Craig Postajardulo to lie for him. So he doesn't have to fucking do it. Because you know why? He doesn't want to do it. He wants other people to do it for him. And he can manipulate them all he fucking wants. Like the puppet cunts they are. And Jimmy Dore's the puppet master, bro. And you could see it and call it for what it is, or you can be indoctrinated by Jimmy and fall under his spell. And you can act like I'm an angry ex. Well, you're the one that's fucking in the abusive relationship with him right now. So, how are you gonna rationalize that, motherfucker?
What's up, brother? How's it going? Derek McDonald is D-Daters. What's up, buddy? I lost my thought there. I lost my thought. I'm so sorry. Actress. Correct. Because she's an actress. Wouldn't she be more convincing to you? Your whole point has been she's so unconvincing. Well, if she was a paid actress, wouldn't she be more convincing, and wouldn't she not be smiling and
Really?
Wouldn't she be very straight and very professional?
Like the woman they paid to act like the CIA agent in the Stuxnet video, that blonde-haired woman. That's a paid actress, and man, dude, when you watch that thing, she's riveting. Because that's what a paid actress is like.
Enoch Emmanuel Torres.
You're riveted to their fucking
Oh,
performance.
that beautiful long hair. I miss it, bro.
Oh, you've got yours.
It doesn't even make sense. You have another piece of straw.
And we've still got Pinoy, bro.
American Crime
We got
Story shows, when they do the
Pinoy.
dramatic court scenes, those people do much better.
And he's in the
Actors
fucking
are-
house
Wait, bro.
with the hair.
I've watched this entire video. Okay, I've seen the whole thing. I'm gonna watch it through with you guys now. I'm gonna tell you. But I'm telling you, I commented on parts of it yesterday. But I don't think we went through and watched this actual video yet.
What the president did. And she giggles, and she's looking down to the left, which some people say is the side she's lying.
There it is, looking down to the left. She's looking down to the left. I remember that shit.
American president taking up to the Capitol now.
Looking, I was set up to the left,
She
but
was
it was
lying
down.
at that point, Jimmy. Why did two other Secret Service agents come out yesterday and say that they heard the exact same story?
Then, sir, we have to go back to the West Wing. President reached up.
I gotta
towards the
go
president,
out.
grab at the steering wheel.
You guys, I'm gonna leave this
Mr.
on.
Engels,
I have to go
Enoch
talk to my
Emmanuel
lawn
Torres.
guys.
You need to take your hand off the steering wheel.
Oh, what up, Pinoy?
Going
Did see
back
you,
to the
bro.
West Wing. We're not going to the Capitol.
Sean the Orca guy.
Mr. Trump then used
Shout
his
out
hand
to the
lunge
always
towards
awesome
the table.
Pinoy grower you
Mr.
rock,
Engels
bro.
I'm gonna be a few
sourcing
minutes.
his motion towards his clavicles.
Clavicles.
And was Mr. Engel in the room when Renato told you the story?
He went.
Hey, why don't you get off my clavicle? This guy's been busting my clavicle
All day.
all goddamn day. Why don't you suck out some clavicle? I got something for you. How about some clavicle? I got something for you right here. What's that? My clavicle.
He pressed a button and locked his dressing room door and motioned.
I just want to pause and say, yeah, Jimmy's fucking funny. So that douchebag on fucking Twitter that said Jimmy ain't funny. Jimmy's funny just when he's just riffing, dude. Unlike Lee Camp, who's not.
Did Mr. Engel correct or disagree with any part of the story from Mr. Ornato?
Mr. Engel did not correct or
He's
disagree
funny.
with the story.
He makes me laugh.
He
He's
did
not
not.
watching.
Mr. Engel or Mr. Ornato ever after
And I
that
do love
tell you that what Mr. Ornato
and I
had
do.
said was untrue?
Neither Mr. Ornato nor Mr. Engel
No.
told me ever that it was untrue.
So they told her this. So by the way, this isn't her test. She's not giving you eyewitness testimony. She's telling you a story she heard from someone else,
Right.
and it's not accurate.
Whoa. Just because you're relaying something you heard from someone else doesn't mean it's not accurate, Jimmy. Now, that is a piece of straw. Another piece of straw goes down on the straw man argument. Bullshit. There's plenty of secondhand testimony that's accurate. Okay? Plenty. So if you witness something, let's say, I see a car accident. And then I go tell my sister, I'm like, I just saw this accident. It's a red Corvette hit a black truck, and everyone got killed. And then my sister goes to my brother-in-law, her husband, and goes, yeah, my brother just saw an accident between a red Corvette and a black truck, and everybody was killed. Is that not accurate? It's secondhand testimony from my sister. She didn't witness it herself, and yet she said the exact same words that I said. She used the exact same words that I used. She even smiled the way I was smiling when I was all excited telling you about what happened in the Beast. Jimmy, straw, and none of it fits.
The standard for witness testimony. Oh, this is what my friend
Told me.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Elon Musk allegations.
That's right. Same thing with Elon Musk. It was not the girl who was allegedly sexually harassed by him, but a friend of the woman who was sexually harassed by him. And that's not credible, nor is this. This is not credible. Why? Because she's not giving you eyewitness testimony. She's telling you a story someone else told her, and now, by the way, those people...
Dude, he's still going off on the same strongman point. That makes no sense. I want you to realize that. And you would think that through the course of this, he would realize that he's not making any sense. Like, he'd figure it out and he'd shut the fuck up.
That told her that story are disagreeing with her version of it.
This is called doubling down, everybody.
So here we go. Let's listen to more. You want to say something? Bombshell is not gossip. Or here's...
Look, not everything she testified to was bombshell gossip. I'm sorry, not everything she testified to was secondhand information. Was hearsay. Not everything. She gave a lot of first-hand testimony, and he doesn't want to discuss that. Straw man, boom, another piece of straw. So he's been arguing
Senior
now for 9 minutes,
Cannabis.
and he hasn't really made a valid
Good
point
morning,
yet.
Nay, you are right, Gene.
Did we establish that that's as good as evidence now?
I guess that's...
a one time.
They're already making memes about it. Of course, he's got the Ukraine flag,
Tiny hands.
and they're making a meme about it. That it never happened.
He's got little
Why do I
tiny
know it
hands.
never happened? Because they never asked the Secret Service their side of the story. The committee, the January 6th.
Okay. Did you hear the statement that Jimmy just made while he was showing? This is very, very important. This is another piece of straw. This is massive.
Establish that that's as good as
Look
evidence
at the
now.
cartoon and listen to what Jimmy says. It shows
They're
him
already
not.
making memes about it. Of course, he's got the Ukraine flag colors, and they're making a meme about it. That it never happened. Why do I know?
Jimmy just said it never happened. So she literally said it happened, and she was told it happened. And he's saying, based on nothing, that it never happened. Now, you're going to listen to what he says proves that it never happened. Listen to this part.
Never happened because they never asked the Secret Service their side of the story. The committee, the January 6th committee, they asked her to tell a story she heard from a Secret Service person, but they never contacted the Secret Service person. Why do you think that is? I'll tell you.
No, I'll tell you why. Because they know that Secret Service agents that work for Donald Trump are compromised. So they don't even want to hear from them. They don't believe them. They don't trust them. They don't want their testimony. Right? That's why. So, just because you work for the Secret Service, that doesn't mean you're a fucking angel like they're trying to say in the chat yesterday. It doesn't mean you're special like you're superhuman. You're not. You're just as easily bought as anybody else. And if you drive
Ma
Trump around for
Gracie.
4 years and you gotta listen to him for 4 years.
At
you might
Seymour
skip it.
Cannabis,
You might
explain
buy
how
it.
he is
Who
right.
knows? But they're obviously not interested in what they had to say. That doesn't prove that what she said didn't happen, Jimmy. Another giant piece of straw here. That article right there, Secret Service, January 6th committee, didn't reach out before Hutchinson's explosive Trump testimony. Oh, that must mean that everything she says is a lie, Jimmy. Based on that?
Because of their bullshit. What's that?
How is that a proper committee? You'd think if you collect testimony from someone that's secondhand, the proper next
Yes.
step would be to say, okay, now I'm going to interview that person.
Yes, and that's refuted by what I just said, and they don't trust those motherfuckers. They worked for Donald Trump for 4 years. They don't fucking trust him. Maybe they know what their reputations are. Who fucking knows? But she makes a good point. Yeah, you should go to the source. You should definitely go to the source. Subpoena them and fucking make them talk. Absolutely. Require them to speak.
Why would you want to interview the Secret Service on you when you have a young lady who grabs her neck and blinks a lot? I mean, doesn't that say credibility?
So, more straw man. He says that those tells prove that she's lying. That's bullshit. More straw manning. Okay, let's keep going. She did have a point, though. I will give her that one fucking point that she made.
Seymour Cannabis.
Secret Service agents, no matter what I
At
say
Ma
about
Gracie,
Hollywood,
the world is starting to see Jimmy Dore for the racist, lying, anti-science tool he is.
Cassidy Hutchinson. Also, Peter Alexander, by the way, he's the big shot White House reporter from NBC News. He tweeted out this. A source close to the Secret Service tells me both Bobby Engel, the lead agent, and the presidential limousine SUV driver are prepared to testify under oath that neither man was assaulted and that Mr. Trump never lunged for the steering wheel. And then underneath it says, so basically the January 6th committee has...
Trendy Nick.
Yes.
At Ma Gracie,
Yes.
explain how he isn't.
Well, even if they do,
Okay, let's go over this tweet that Jimmy Dore agrees with and takes as gospel. A source close to the Secret Service tells me. So now her secondhand information, no good. His secondhand information, gospel. Jimmy, your own argument refutes what this guy says because it's secondhand information, and he's not even revealing the source. She did reveal the source, and she claimed it under oath. Huh.
I believe all women, so I believe her.
It also says prepared to testify under oath that neither man was assaulted and that Mr. Trump never lunged for the steering wheel. Great, let's listen to the testimony.
Right? Don't you believe her? By the way,
Bring him.
here it is.
I agree,
Secret
bring
Service agent reportedly willing to testify Trump did not lunge at him.
Great, bring him.
So,
Let's hear it. Can't wait.
senior Secret Service agents are reportedly prepared to testify
Prepared
that
to.
Donald Trump did not lunge.
Yeah, I'm
for the
prepared
wheel
to tell you
of
I have
his
an 18-inch
vehicle or
penis.
physically
I'm
attacked the
prepared
chief of his
to tell you
security
that I have an
detail
18-inch
after his speech near the White House on
I'm not
January
gonna tell you
6th.
yet.
As a
I'm not gonna say it
former
under
aide
oath,
said
but I'm
he
prepared
gave
to tell you.
sworn testimony on Tuesday. So, Engel told investigators that he and Trump discussed Trump's desire to go to the Capitol and took different views on the topic. Engel noted that they went back to the White House instead of heading to Capitol Hill. Boy, it's all in the framing, isn't it? Because the guy who actually was there says they discussed different views on the topic, and eventually...
We did watch this together, didn't we? We did watch this together, didn't we? We watched this together, didn't we? Because I'm almost positive I remember saying. So they agreed. They were in agreement. she was in agreement with this statement right here. Yeah, there was a problem in the vehicle. Oh yeah, then I said, but there just seems to be some dispute over the intensity of his reaction to not being able to go to the Capitol, right? She says he lunged for the thing. They said, well, there was discussion. She goes, yeah, there was discussion. There was a problem. He wanted to go. Yeah, we discussed it. Yeah, we did talk about this yesterday. So this Jimmy points to it as if he says it proves her wrong, but it literally proves her right. Engel, right, the Secret Service agent, Engel, told investigators he and Trump discussed Trump's desire to go to the Capitol and took different views, meaning they disagreed on the topic. Oh, no. Yeah, where's the end of the goddamn quote? Engel noted that they went back to the White House instead of heading to Capitol Hill. That's a weird quote in a quote, isn't it? From Politico. There's no end quote there. I don't get it. It's almost like that statement has been fucking edited, guys. Why would Politico not put the end quote on? I always want to go to Politico and see if that's been altered. I wish I had a producer right now, man. Oh my God, that's what you would be doing if you were my producer. You'd be going to Politico, you'd find this article, you'd Google those words right there, you'd find the article, and you would read and see if anything had been altered in that, and then you'd let me know. That'd be great, and I can keep doing my show and we can find out. It's just kind of weird, but anyway, what I am going to say is, whether that's been altered or not, it still definitely supports what she's saying, that she heard a story, that there was a problem in the Beast, there was a problem, the president wanted to go to the Capitol, and he did. And that sworn testimony, or this, what he told investigators, which, when you're talking to investigators, you're probably, bound to have to tell the truth. He said, yeah, there was a problem, and he wanted to go one way. We had different views on where Trump was going to go. He points to it, though, like it's, I don't know, let me know in the chat. You guys think
they landed on heading back to Capitol Hill. White House instead of Capitol Hill. That's a totally different story than that woman just told.
No, it's almost the exact identical story. There's only one difference, and that's Trump's intensity. That's the only difference, Jimmy. It's the exact same story. I challenge you.
That's a completely different story, isn't it? And that's the guy he claims told her the story.
Wow.
This guy says, so this guy's a law professor. He says, don't be distracted by claims of hearsay. That goes to whether evidence can be admitted in court, not in Congress. Yeah, we don't have any standards in Congress. The key, listen to what he says next, though. The key is that Hutchinson testified under oath. If she was lying, she faces felony charges. The same can't be said for those trying to discredit her testimony.
That's a really good tweet. I totally agree with that tweet. Don't be distracted by claims of hearsay. That's what Jimmy's been saying. Oh, it's hearsay. It's no good. This guy, Steve Ladat, he says, that goes to whether evidence can be admitted in court, not Congress. So whether or not it's hearsay, it doesn't matter. It's admissible. So, okay, you have no basis for calling it hearsay anymore, Jimmy. That's great. It takes the legs out from underneath that argument that you had, totally. So now he says the key is that Hutchinson testified under oath. If she was lying, she faces felony charges. The same can't be said for those trying to discredit her testimony. Yeah. Like those Secret Service agents that are claiming that they would testify, they're not testifying, are they?
All right,
not yet. I haven't heard them yet. So this guy makes a really good point. He's just sticking to the facts. Let's hear what Jimmy has to say about this.
Because the guy said he frickin' didn't do that. And they're willing to testify. So,
they're not going to have them testify.
And they're not yet. They just won't have those guys testify, so they're not going to prosecute her, even though she's lying.
He called her a liar.
Isn't that wild?
Wow. He just called her a liar under oath. Jimmy Dore said she's lying, even though she's lying. Like, he somehow has some evidence that proves that she's lying. Wow, Jimmy just showed his hand. Right there. He just showed his ass. And if you guys want to know, that's at 12:58. Let's go from 12:54. Here's 12:54.
Not going to prosecute her, even though she's lying.
12:54 to 12:58. That's fucking slanders, bro. If you weren't so hung up on fucking narrative all the time, you wouldn't have to worry about slander, bro. But you're so hung up on your fucking narrative. You don't even see your own goddamn truth anymore. It's sad.
Isn't that wild?
Who first of all, tells somebody else's story the way she told that story, as if she was going step by step in an eyewitness account?
Yes.
Then I entered to the left. And he proceeded to tell me the story that he had heard. And what I had heard is...
What?
I entered and I went to the left, and then he started to tell me a story.
Kurt, nice piece of straw. It doesn't even make sense. Who tells a story like that? She's relating what she heard. I don't understand what you're saying.
And then they go...
But on the other hand, it explains why she was so unconvincing.
Yes.
She was so flat, and it looked like she was trying to remember line, and she was laughing.
It looked like she was trying to remember. Wow, it's almost like you're taking the legs out from your own argument now. What was her name?
Yes.
Then I entered to the left. And he proceeded to tell me the story that he had heard. And what I had heard is...
I entered and I went to the left, and then he started to tell me a story.
And then they go...
But on the other hand, it explains why she was so unconvincing.
Yes.
She was so flat, and it looked like she was trying to remember line, and she was laughing.
Good morning,
she was trying
Nick.
not to laugh at her own
memory, because she remembers how fucking shocking and funny it was that this was the president. It's borderline slanders, isn't it? It's crazy. I don't understand Jimmy's... I don't understand. The only thing that explains this is he's defending Donald Trump. He's trying to defend Donald Trump.
performance. Because she wasn't telling a first-hand account. So that...
Dude, I hate Joe Biden just as much as Jimmy Dore does. Why is it so hard for him to see the exact same thing in Donald Trump?
Inauthenticity was on full display just in her body language. But yeah, I mean, if I were a lawyer, I didn't go to law school, but I'm pretty sure that if I were building a case, I would never try to submit evidence based on secondhand testimony.
Yeah.
I think you're all ignoring the fact to submit evidence based for a lawyer. I didn't go to law school, but I'm pretty sure that if I were building a case, I would never try to submit evidence based on secondhand testimony.
Okay, I'm so sorry I had to do that. My The lawn guy had to do, we've got to ask him to do all these things out there. I told my mom I would do that, and it's Lawn Maintenance Fridays. That's right, everybody. It's that day when we have Lawn Maintenance Fridays. How many pieces of straw? We got up to 11, and there's 30 on there. Explain how he's right. The world is starting to see Jimmy Dore for the racist, lying, anti-science tool he is. Bro, in the chat, I love what fucking Randy did. Fucking Mock Racy's like, yo, Randy, explain how he's right. And Randy fucking just copies and pastes the title of the video and sends it to him. Dude, you're hilarious. That was perfect, man. He's like, explain how he's right. Randy's like, the world's starting to see Jimmy Dore for the racist, lying, anti-science tool he is.
Deadpool. How are you today?
Deadpool, what's up, man? How's it going? Chilling with Pinoy. We got Law Maintenance Fridays. It's all going on. On and on and on and on and on. We're watching a debunking video of me debunking somebody who thinks he's debunking somebody else. And it's pouring down rain. It is literally pouring down rain outside. There's a hawk flying away. Pouring, man. Now it's by 5 o'clock. It's really going to be raining. But it started earlier than we expected. Hey, right here. There's a little plastic round thing up on that It's up on the where that swing is. Right. I think it may come off of one of your weed eaters or something. Oh, okay. It's just sitting on the beam there. All right. And I found it like months ago, and I put it up there. I was like, they probably replaced it by now, but I always forget to tell you. So if you're missing it's the
Bonsai House.
Nut on there.
Hey, Nay.
Yeah. You're welcome.
CJ Hill.
Yeah, you'll see it's on the far.
It's raining, it's pouring. Jimmy Dore is a racist. Bonsai House. Hey, Mock Racy, watch this.
Hey, Billy, what's up? Rogi's like, power tools. Rogi loves when there's stuff going on. Power tools. He's like, oh, that ain't a chainsaw. Psst. Rogi's all disappointed. Happy top of the hour. Baba Blue Jaws is here. What? Jimmy's little scandal with Anna Kasparian and wonder if he
Bonsai
really
House.
was
That heater sounds like a hippo's ass. Carbs fucked.
That whole thing with Jimmy Dore and Anna Kasparian, she had every opportunity to fucking say something about that incident, and she didn't. So I totally believe Jimmy in that. And look, dude, I keep it real. I don't like Jimmy. I don't like him as a human being, but I defend the truth. And as far as that Jimmy Dore, Anna Kasparian thing, that reeked of her fucking trying to milk something that wasn't even there. Milking an empty fucking bag. You know, and Jimmy got out in front of it immediately. I don't know. I thought he handled it professionally. He stated his side of what happened. There were witnesses there. Everyone seemed to agree with him. And she had this whole alternative perception to it. And I don't know, man. There's a few other things too. It's funny. It's a personal thing, but I just find Anna Kasparian so unattractive. I find her completely unattractive, and anything I said to her would not be an allusion to me trying to have sex with her. It would be you know, I don't like you, and this is what I think. That's what Jimmy did to her. He said, nice news skirt to her. It was fucking hilarious. It's a good joke. It was a good joke. Fuck her. You know, she's not being professional. She's acting like a little slut. And he called her out on it, and that's what a comedian fucking does. It just, you know, nice news skirt. Wow, this rain is awesome. Well, that's the thing about being a Floridian. We get depressed when it doesn't rain. As soon as that rain comes down, man, we're like, it's like we can breathe again. Like, well, I've got a little man-made spring that I built. It's kind of cool. It bubbles up out of the ground when it rains. It's the drainage off of the roof. And I had the line run over. Here comes the water. It's cool. Bubbling up out of the ground. So cool, dude. It bubbles up, and then it runs off into the lawn through this little channel that I made. So it looks like a little river. Dude. Little flood zone there. Look at that.
Billy Bong Thornton.
That's fun for the whole
Is that
thing.
new Cat 5 hurricane going to miss Une, or still too early to tell?
It's here. No, I'm joking. Supposedly it's going to turn north, but it's going to sit and stall, and when it sits and stalls, it can totally change direction. So they said it's going to sit and stall, and we're just going to have to see. All of the computer diagrams are calling for it to miss the United States almost completely. And by the time it got to the United States, I don't think it would be a Category 5 anymore. But it is a Cat 5, 150 mile an hour winds right now. If there's people out there in boats, they're dead. No one's going to survive that on a boat. Fucking crazy. Dude,
Bonsai House.
Did you guys hear the lightning hit before?
That's true. Florida didn't become the orange state without 5 p.m. thunderstorms. When it doesn't rain, it's not the orange state. Billy Bong Thornton. That's crazy.
I know. It's bottom of the hour, Pinoy. Time to take a dab. Time to take a dab with Pinoy. It's time to take a dab with Pinoy. You guys, I just want to say something. I saw a video that Paul Rubens, Pee Wee Herman, made for a fan. The fan's sister had contacted Paul Rubens and said, "My brother is a huge fan. Could you make him send him the birthday wish? He would be so ecstatic," right? This was like 6 hours before Paul Rubens died. And he made like this really nice birthday video. It was like a 5-minute fucking comedy video. It's hilarious for this guy. Just, you know, acted totally normal, but it's Paul Rubens, and he did some Pee Wee Herman shit, and he did some funny shit. He sang him Happy Birthday like Marilyn Monroe. And, you know, he was just doing Paul Rubens shit. And it's a couple of takeaways from that. Number one, Paul Rubens was an excellent human being. No matter what anybody said or thought about him, he was an excellent human being. And number two, how crazy, he was full of life right before he died. I mean, he seemed totally healthy and totally fine. But I guess he had some kind of a, I don't know what he died of. He had a cancer or something? I'm not sure. I don't know what Paul Rubens died of. He was 70 years old. But just a very kind, giving, loving human being, you know. And to be Paul Rubens, to take time for someone to do a birthday video like that for them.
Really? You would never, ever do that, ever? Really? Do you know how many times secondhand testimony is used in cases that get proven all the time? All the time. It happens all the time. And then a jury listens, and they have to take someone's word over someone else's. They're called he said, she said cases. They have friends come in. Well, he told me this. Well, she told me that. And the jurors have to listen. The judge has to listen. And these cases are based on what other people say. They heard other people saying. You ever heard of a domestic dispute? You're in your apartment, and you hear the husband beating the shit out of his wife next door. You call the police and say, yeah, I hear someone is beating up someone next door. That's secondhand testimony. I didn't hear from the victim. I heard it from someone else, a witness. Okay, well, what if I'm unable? What if I don't have a phone? And I go and I tell my fucking neighbor. And I'm like, dude, so-and-so's beating up so-and-so next door.
I don't have to do this anymore.
They call the police and say, where did you hear this information? I heard it from the guy that lives next door. Oh, that's secondhand information. I would never base anything off of that. Not in a court, at least.
I don't even know what that's on.
Yeah.
I think you're all ignoring the fact that she did give specific details, like the clavicle.
That she did say clavicle.
She said clavicle, and she said that Trump said effing.
Effing.
So,
You're gonna check this Secret Service guy for two clavicles.
He steps him around trying to throw down some straw. That made no sense. Way to pile on.
Tell us what's the truth.
Way to pile
she
on.
Say no. She goes, did he at this point disagree with the thing that the other man had said? And then she went, no, he did not disagree with the thing that he said. No, just no. He's like, no.
I like that he says, don't be distracted by the claims of hearsay. That's like saying, don't be distracted by the fact that juicy gossip isn't actually evidence. Don't let that distract you. What are you, one of those nerds who nitpick science mistakes in Star Wars? Oh, technically.
Once again, we're forgetting, Jimmy. It wasn't all hearsay, man. She gave firsthand testimony throughout her entire her testimony. It was firsthand, a lot of it. Why don't you cover some of that, Jimmy? Oh, that's right. You didn't watch any of it.
No sound in space. Shut up and enjoy the show.
Oh, that's right. You didn't watch it. You can criticize it, but you didn't watch it.
The Secret Service people are prepared to counterdict that
Weird.
testimony.
You seem to,
and he says,
you seem to pretend to act like you know so much about something that you didn't even watch.
See all the evidence, guys. You might be wrong on this one. She's given sworn testimony. You keep forgetting that, both of you.
No, that woman.
She went under oath, man. She didn't say anything.
Go ahead.
It's very similar to
She didn't have to put herself at risk.
We would wake up one morning and suddenly it would be like Colonel Vindman
yes.
and Ambassador Yanukovych, like all these people that nobody knew who they were.
Yeah.
No, but suddenly they were like, oh my goodness, these are the most important. It's very similar to that, where suddenly I wasn't even.
No, it's not.
The news cycle.
It's not similar to that at all. Or strong. There's no comparison there, lady. Anya, there's no comparison.
Billy, did you block that dude? I just realized that. I was like, dude, that guy got quiet all of a sudden. You were like, yo, dude, watch this.
Yeah, it's like bombshell, and then you just look at it for 5 seconds and you see all the guys in the story, and there's no evidence. And that's exactly what happened here. It's a big, gushy, it's a big, juicy story, and then as soon as you look at it, it falls apart. There's nothing.
I guess he was talking some shit
while
I was gone.
He's talking about one thing that she said. He's like, it's a big story. The one thing where he lunged at the wheel. A lot of shit that she said is a big story. And you're clouding all of that with this one point that you disagree with. More strong.
This is debunking the bombshell.
17.
And then here's Democracy Now! Repeating it.
Right. So it didn't debunk anything, Jimmy. This was 16 minutes in. Okay. This is Jimmy saying that her testimony has been debunked.
Bombshell. And then here's Democracy Now! Aaron Maté, what he connects to here. So he shows this is debunking the bombshell here. So he shows this is debunking the bombshell. And then here's Democracy Now! Repeating it. This is debunking the bombshell. This is debunking the this is debunking the bomb.
No, it's not debunking anything. A source close to the Secret Service tells me both Bobby and the President Limousine and Jimmy Dore are prepared to testify under oath that neither man was assaulted Mr. Trump. Okay, that's what they're prepared to say? Let them say it. It hasn't debunked anything. And even when they say it, it still hasn't debunked anything that she said. Let's hear from the other 2 Secret Service officers that said they heard the same exact fucking story. Let's hear from them, Jimmy. You're not mentioning them, are you? Oh, you didn't know about them yet, did you? I wonder if you're going to mention them on today's show. No. You could do like a holiday special, a big 4th of July blow-up special, Jimmy, where you expose yourself and have a bunch of fireworks going off in the background while you expose yourself for all the straw you fucking threw down on this.
Democracy Now! Repeating it.
Cheers.
So
cheers, bro. No longer got any
And
cans.
Democracy Now! Who Jimmy Dore hates, they become a legitimate source for him now because they agree with something that he thinks.
Aaron, it's especially acute the pain he feels when he sees Democracy Now! Being so shitty. And Amy Goodman and Democracy Now! Has been bent on misreporting foreign policy as hard as they possibly can, and stuff like this. So if it has anything to do with Trump, Democracy Now! Is going to on purpose mislead their own viewers, which is what they did with Russiagate, which is what they did with Syria, and Amy Goodman and Democracy Now!
Bonsai House. I timed him out for like 15 minutes. He was saying you sounded like an ex-girlfriend, praising Jimmy, and mouth breathing.
Tip of the hat to Aaron Maté.
Seamer cannabis. Cheers, Nick.
The case for prosecuting Donald Trump just got much stronger.
It did. It did get
So she's already tweeting it out. There's already got.
She's campaigning for presidency.
She's doing something.
I'm almost positive we watched this together yesterday. Does anybody remember?
The case for prosecuting Donald Trump just got much stronger.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, new testimony may have produced a smoking gun. May have. May not.
You guys heard that true? Let me know if you hear that.
Big answer.
Today, I would like to show you 70 ingenious projects I built around my house that you can easily locate here.
That's fine.
As we heard yesterday, White House counsel Pat Cipollone had significant concerns re Trump's January 6 activities. It's time for Mr. Cipollone to testify on the record. Any concerns he has about the institutional interests of his prior office are outweighed by the need for his testimony. Now, let me ask you this. Is she suggesting a lawyer testify against Trump? Is that what she said? White House counsel. So that would mean the guy who was actually a lawyer for Trump. She wants him to come testify against his client. Is that what she's saying?
Yeah, which I don't think.
How can you do that legally?
Exactly. Well, apparently standards are different in Congress. I assume that in court you're actually not allowed to do that. But as they all said, don't be distracted by rational thoughts and questions about
Why is she saying that to him? Because of this story.
Holy shit.
You watched this together. I remember watching this with you guys. Jefferson.
Is she really after this?
That's so funny that he said Jefferson.
Yeah, 2 last names.
That's what's up.
Why would they just get those guys in the story and not his wife?
That's
Was this a
what's
separate thing?
This is probably a separate thing that the lawyer talk about.
Okay.
So County Train Wreck in
I
my
thought that was
hole.
outrageous that she watched his former lawyer. I thought that was crazy.
No, Lord,
You
Kansas.
can
Cheers,
hear
everybody.
in Liz Cheney's voice that the timbre of her father advocating for torture. You can hear
It's
that.
so great. That's such a cringy
That's
thing.
what's
It's
so
true
funny
though. I hate her.
about this. It's
I
going
hate
full
Liz Cheney.
circle. When we are talking about lying to Congress
Oh,
under
top of the
oath, or lying under oath to support the United. I mean, that was the way that the Bush administration sold us war in Iraq. You can imagine
Bonsai
Obama
House.
standing there with his weapons of mass destruction.
That thunder sounds rad.
Claiming that this was definitive proof that we needed to go to war in Iraq. And now you have the spawn of that administration, Liz Cheney,
Storm
carrying on
is
this legacy
right
of political
over
theater,
our
kind of
house.
just designed to, in this case, distract the public, but also behind it is, of course, it's the same, it's exactly an extension of the Russiagate hearings, all designed to delegitimize Trump and cast him as some anomaly within the U.S.
God, I do not
state.
miss
And
that
he's
long
somehow
hair.
very evil and opposed to,
I
like,
want
our
everyone to
racial
know that.
cannabis.
I do not miss
Now
my
I
long
see
hair.
why Jimmy has me blocked because I put nay info and LRC all over his chat and I'm blocked.
The irony is not lost on me. That her father's a much bigger war criminal than Donald Trump.
Regarding it. That's funny.
And-
Way to go, Randy.
Do you think that this is all because like Cheney had her grown so he could do her out on her and put it, she won't one day house his wicked spirit? Like
Bonsai
I'm not
House.
following what you're saying. What do you say?
That Spanish moss house so quickly. Wasn't there last week.
Oh, okay. Oh, I did see that movie. Is that for Key and Peele
Yeah,
guys?
it's true. It is way longer
So
than
watch
it was.
this. So now she tells this story. You ready for this story? Watch this. Oh, wait, hang on. Why isn't it working? Oh, wait. Oh, wait, I have one more story to tell. But before we get to that, there was also some controversy over in her testimony. She said that she had made a handwritten note. I didn't watch this. But this is what there was controversy about it because I was looking it up and I read this. It said the handwritten note that Cassidy Hutchinson testified was written by her, was in fact written by Eric Hirschman on January 6th, said a spokesman for Hirschman. All sources with direct knowledge in law enforcement have and will confirm that it was written by Mr. Hirschman. So I guess she told some big story about how she had some handwritten note.
And one person, a spokesperson for Hirschman, says all sources with direct knowledge and law enforcement have and will confirm that it was written. Yeah, except none of them have. That's just the testimony of one person, another piece of straw, trying to claim that she's lying. She's the one saying it under oath. Oh, and who is the spokesperson for Hirschman? Are they saying it under oath? No, they're not.
No, that's not true either. What's ultimate? No, she's lying.
This is gaslight.
Wow. She's under oath, and this is an unnamed spokesperson, and he's calling her a liar again. Wow.
You can have different recollections of something. Not everybody's perspective is real.
Yeah.
Obviously, somebody's lying.
I wrote down her truth.
And it could
I
be
wrote down that note. Or someone else
the
did.
dude who's a professional liar. He's a spokesperson for a politician. His job is to lie for that man. That's what they do. She's not getting paid to lie. She's going under oath. This is fucking psychotic, man. Look at the smiles on their faces. The smugness.
I'm not sure.
The smugness.
You remember it your way, and I'll remember it mine.
Yeah, let's just agree to disagree on.
Okay, and one of us will go under oath and go in front of cameras and for the entire world to hear, and the other one is a paid liar for somebody. Yeah, that makes her a liar, Jimmy? Okay, spokesperson, Jimmy? Wow.
He motioned for me to come in and then pointed towards the front of the room and did a fireplace lamp on the TV, where I first noticed there was passionate dripping down the wall.
Oh, okay, let's stop right there. She noticed. This is called first-hand eyewitness testimony, Jimmy. I'm glad you're playing this, because it refutes everything you said before about everything she said was secondhand. Well, now what do you got to say about this? This should be great.
Before. The valet had articulated that the president was extremely angry at the Attorney General's AP interview.
Can't hear it, guys.
Thrown his lunch against the wall, which was causing them to have to clean up. So I grabbed towels and
Causing them to have to clean up.
Did she just say that she grabbed a towel to help them clean up? Is that what she just said, but they cut her off? I couldn't hear because Steph started talking.
I grabbed towels and
Causing them to have.
She said, I grabbed a towel. She was literally right there helping to clean up after the fucking President of the United States, after he threw a fucking tantrum. Let's see what Jimmy has to say about this one.
To clean up.
Who talks like that?
Nobody talks like that. Nobody would tell a story.
Nobody talks like that? She's talking like that. That's how she talks. I don't understand what you mean, nobody talks like that. It doesn't make any sense. More straw. Nobody talks like that. Listen to the way she's talking. Nobody even talks like that.
Something that happened to them.
Who talks like that?
Nobody
Who talks like that?
I'm pretty good for an old man that just
Who talks
smokes
like that?
Now, this other
and
girl's
chills in
here.
his
I'm
mom's
just
house.
not knowing where he's going with it, right?
Bonsai
She's
house.
back up Jimmy. Oh, yeah, Jimmy.
Well,
Nobody talks like that. Hold on.
we'll know
It's
when
like
your
that.
power
Nobody
goes
talks
out.
like that.
He talks.
Right? What was that? What was that, Pinoy?
I said, you don't even look like the age of day, dude.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Seriously.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like that. Nobody would tell a story if that was something that happened to them. I mean,
Is this Dante's Inferno? She's going to give a tour of all the...
To clarify for us, Jimmy, let's see what Jimmy meant. Now that they've gone off the trail.
Then I was ushered into another room, and I saw...
Rein them in, Jimmy. Rein them in, Jimmy. Rein them in.
And then I heard
I can't wait till I get old and get my wings like Paulie.
Donald Trump slammed the door. He slammed the door.
I mean, on one hand, I can believe that people who.
Happy 710, nobody going to get somebody cheers.
But nobody. You don't talk like that. It's not the way you do it.
Well, just the way she talks is sus. I don't understand what her super is for. I don't know.
she has this. She has that vocal fry.
Yes.
So all that time, Jimmy was just talking about her tone. And they went off on tangents that didn't make any sense. And they rambled, laying down pieces of straw that were very weak. And then Jimmy finally comes in, like a minute later, to finally rein them in and say, oh, I meant she's talking very low. Nobody talks like that. Oh, is that what you meant to me?
Vocal fry. You're
He
right.
was definitely coached because
There's no vocal fry, and now you guys are going to talk about Sex in the City for the next 5 minutes.
because it's very ASMR.
Yes.
Where, like she's trying to just instill confidence and comfort, but in a very forced way, like in an auto-tuned way. She can't be genuine. I mean, can you imagine if that story, if any of these stories were real and they happened to her, and you had the chance to sit down and tell the story?
The story of her walking into the fucking room where there was ketchup dripping off the wall, and she fucking grabbed a towel and helped clean up the mess. That wasn't her own recollection. Huh. More straw, right? Like I said, Burning Man size straw man.
Like where you can be emotional and animated.
I don't think she ever doesn't talk like that.
But she's wearing. When you notice on this, she's wearing white also, right? So that's conscious. That's a conscious thing. So she wants it. And so why would she do that?
Dressing virgin white.
Right? Because she's gonna come spray some false allegations. And so
Okay, so the fact that she wore white means that she's a liar. More straw from Jimmy, guys. She wore white. She must be a liar.
Bullshit. And they tell her wear white. It makes you look more believable.
Yeah, they told her wear white.
Yeah. I've experienced that.
He said something to the effect of, he's really ticked off about this. I would stay clear of him right now. He's really, really ticked off about this right now.
Anya, I don't know who she is.
So,
I think I've seen her once before, but I
he
don't
threw
know
ketchup against the wall. That's the big thing. Ketchup. What's that?
He was like, there was ketchup on the wall.
Ketchup. And I gotta tell you, my buddy Nick Murphy, he wins the internet. He said Trump's presidency definitely had its heights and lows. Come on.
Yeah, and
come on.
Considering John Kerry, it's just funny because John Kerry, Obama's secretary of state, is married.
Oh, that's right.
Family. You know, it's all about the ketchup law.
How deep does this thing go?
I know.
So now I'll go back to the comedy club and we'll see what they're saying today. So what other piece of propaganda will the shitlibs be excited about? That they were beaming. They were beaming. I've never seen them smile bigger. And they're like, did you see the thing? Did you see the testimony? Did you see the testimony? But no, I'm not following it. Oh, yeah, I got Trump.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. They're Republican talking points.
They're Donald Trump dictator. And he tried to overthrow the government.
Donald Trump immediately started smearing this woman, you know?
He couldn't even get his own driver to do what he wanted.
Jimmy
You
Dore
never told me
and
to be afraid of this
Joe.
guy? He couldn't even tell his own driver to do what he wanted. He was the
Conspiracy
president at the time.
around the woman Anya.
So this whole idea of this guy's a dictator. He's the worst thing ever, and they've got to convince you. This is all to convince you that Donald Trump is the worst guy ever, so he can't run again because they're afraid he's going to run again and beat Joe Biden or Hillary Clinton or John Kerry or whatever.
No. He is going to run again. He's going to fucking win.
Boom!
This whole thing has been a
Dude,
waste of fucking time.
that was more than a year ago, July. What did I just say? Donald Trump is going to run again, and he's going to win. You guys heard me. I predicted that a long time ago. July of last year. Boom.
This time, Jimmy. He's running again, and he's going to fucking win. They've already pulled it out. He's destroying Joe Biden in the fucking polls, and Joe Biden fucking deserves it. And I certainly hope Hillary Clinton runs again, so Donald Trump can fucking railroad her too.
Put up against it.
Why do I support you fucking Democrats? You should have fucking
dude, fuck.
A year ago.
And fuck Joe Biden and fuck your entire
Dude, they're fucked.
Democrat fucking cunt motherfuckers. Fuck them all.
They're fucked.
I mean,
that's how I feel about that. Porter
Definitely,
Gower.
it's a different for the establishment candidate, and what they're afraid of is that they're going to run against Trump again. And so, what's so crazy is that this whole distraction is taking place. It's interesting to analyze, and there are things to say about it if the media would cover it in a fair way. We just did it here. But beyond the distraction, all of this is happening at a time when NATO is convening in Madrid during the height of this insane proxy war in Ukraine, and it's facing a test of legitimacy while the U.S. sanctions that NATO has put in place in order to punish Russia and take this extreme maximum pressure position are backfiring on the U.S. public. I think most Americans yesterday were more concerned with gas prices and the price of their food.
I want to write a song about the Democrats and all these motherfuckers that are calling for more war against Russia. And I want it to be to the tune of Insane in the Membrane, but I want it to be called Insane Over Ukraine. Insane in the Brain. Insane Over Ukraine.
That will go viral.
Yeah, bro. Insane Over Ukraine, bro. I got to make a video. I'm going to make a video. Dude, it's going to be so awesome.
Biden administration's
and my argument for this yesterday was, yes, it's all happening at once, and no, it's not planned out.
I'm going to be smoking, toking, having a fun time, making some lines and getting whatever.
Congratulations. No surprises there whatsoever. I think I did a good takedown there. You know, you guys decide for yourselves if you want to
Bonsai house.
share this video out to Jimmy Dore.
Okay, so the old lady next door was admiring my nursery and then drank from my bird bath. She's like 90. Don't think she will survive that.
If it's just promotion.
Did he say some 90-year-old lady just drank from his bird bath, dude? That's funny as hell. Oh my god.
Bonsai house. Yes.
On the floor.
That was back in June. I wonder how I'm gonna find that. Huh.
Bonsai house.
Wow.
It shoots water up like a fountain. Old bitch just leaned over it and swigged about 3 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
I am. My eyesight's not as good as it used to be. That's for sure. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna find it, man. Let's try that. No. Oh, man. What would I search for to find this? It's 2 coats? Jimmy Dore asked us to let him know if we caught him slipping. I believe this video has the tweet in it from Fiorella Isabel from the Convo We Make Stuff Up couch that says that does it's an old anti-Semitic trope about Hollywood and the Jews. Jimmy retweeted her tweet from his sock account, 2 coats, and I cover that in this video. This is proving that he's a racist.
Because that sets me off. To see a guy like that, who I know knows better, come and gaslight me like that, that does get my dander up. So all I'm saying is, if you ever see me doing that, please let me know, because it's shameful.
Then he discovered he'd been slipping since then. We discovered since 2016 with an anonymous troll account on Twitter.
Steven running.
Cheers, bro.
Insane over Ukraine, good one.
Jimmy Dore went to Italy in September 2018. Ooh. Here's a tweet from September 24th, 2018. He's using Vodafone IT, an Italian wireless carrier. Vodafone IT. A day later, on September 25th, 2018, this doesn't prove nothing. At libtard01 tweets a screenshot that shows his wireless carrier is Vodafone IT. That's a coincidence.
Jimmy used the account at libtard01 under the name 2 coats. Jimmy Dore's fake account on Twitter. There it is. And then there's the Fiora Isabella tweet.
And I got blocked. Bonsai house. Putin landed 2 MiG bombers in Venezuela.
You guys, this is the anti-Semitic tweet from Fiora Isabella. There it is. So Fiora Isabella is an anti-Semite on the convo couch, right? And Jimmy Dore agrees with her anti-Semitism. You can just read the tweet right there. It's right there on screen. I made it nice and big so you guys can see it. I will say this, she's saying that what Kanye West said about the Jews are long known truths. It's right there in the tweet. So, this, if you look at the very top, is a retweet from Two Coats, which is an anonymous account from Jimmy Dore, retweeting this fucking garbage and filth from this filthy little hoe.
Filth.
That's me confronting Jimmy on the Twitter. Are you planning on addressing your troll account? I said.
Oh my God! Somebody found a tweet. I haven't even read it yet, man. I got it up on the screen. I haven't even read it. Somebody found a tweet from the sock account. So somebody is saying that from this account, Jimmy Dore used this fake account to go after Jank. So what Jimmy Dore said to Jank from this other account was, Jank's obsessed with Jimmy. So he speaks about himself in the third person. It's just so funny.
My 80-year-old mom is laughing at Jimmy Dore, referring to himself in the third person.
This mashup proves that even when smearing Bernie's press secretary as a fake leftist, he still can't stop thinking and talking about @Jimmy_Dore nonstop. So Ray says Jimmy Dore tweeting about how obsessed Jank is with him from an alt account is so fucking funny.
This was Jimmy Dore's response. You're blocked.
Because that sets me off. To see a guy like that who I know knows better come and gaslight you like that,
right.
That does get my dander up. So all I'm saying is, if you ever see me doing that, please let me know, because it's shameful.
Yeah, we tried to, Jimmy, but you blocked us on Twitter when we did it. We tried to call you on your bullshit, but you blocked me for calling you out on your bullshit. We're calling you out on your anti-Semitism, your fucking racism, your fucking hate, your bullshit, and your support of a fucking dumb cunt like Fiorella Isabella and that fucking moron that she sits there with, Craig fucking Yo Pasta Jardulo. Two fucking racist idiots and liars. But, so, racist, liar, and he's anti-science. I bet you I got a video called Jimmy Dore's Anti-Science. I'm just gonna type in.
Man, I gotta drive to town and go pay my ticket. I gotta go get my check from work too.
Where did you get a ticket at?
I mean, not a ticket, my registration, dude.
Oh, okay.
So look, last time I paid my registration, I had moved twice since then, and I forgot to change my address. So I thought in my head, I don't know why I thought this. I thought it was supposed to. I thought it renews on your birthday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was fucking convinced. I don't know why I didn't look it up. So I was like, all right, my birthday's coming up. I'm just gonna go check it out on my birthday and see what's up, you know, because it still said 2023 on my plate, you know. So I called him, and the lady was like, "Dude, that shit's been out since March."
Wow, dude,
March.
that's a good thing you didn't get popped, bro. That's good.
Bro, I drive normal, you
That's
know
good,
what I mean? I
man,
mean, I
yeah.
go fast and shit, but like not where I don't drive like an asshole too much. I drive like a normal California person.
Okay, search. Okay, Dore science. No science, no study. I don't know what this is. I found a video. It says, message to Jimmy Dore, no science, no study. I'll just kind of fast forward it here. Oh, it looks... Oh, that's... God, I just realized I was sitting here earlier. 1 year ago.
Bonsai house. Ha ha ha, I love Panoe's honesty. I don't drive like an asshole, too much.
Just keeping it real.
They're just
Dude,
glass. Bye-bye.
I'm just playing guitar, bro.
They're glass containers.
When do I talk about Jimmy Dore, bruh?
Some online shit.
Some gun shit.
You know?
Guns.
This just entices me.
Get to it, bro.
To get my arms bigger.
Right? No.
Do you know what I am saying? You know what I'm saying, bro?
I say that a lot.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Dude, that I said know what I'm saying like at the beginning of the video, and I said it at the very end. It's like an hour-long video.
She's suing the Biden administration over not allowing cannabis users to purchase firearms. Cause like I love this woman. I gotta go tell my mom this. I mean, I was like, I know I gotta.
Okay, so that's not the video. I guess. I said Dore science. Okay, was this? It's a 5-minute video.
Holy shit, dude! The dude from fucking Danny Masterson.
I know.
was sentenced
22
to
years.
serve 30 years.
Yeah, 30 years. Yeah.
Wow.
He's a fucking cultist, bro. What'd you expect?
Yeah, man. Fucking crazy, dude.
Up.
Dude, Al Pacino's a straight animal, dude. 29-year-old girlfriend. Jesus. Animal, dude.
Not as good of a connection. Hope everything is going bagging it all.
Okay, so this was a bad connection.
You know,
that was a bad connection. And then this one, come on, man.
Mr. Blue 313 Setstfin. Tap in, folks.
15 minute. Then there's a 15-minute video.
Mr. Blue 313 Setstfin. Tough.
When am I gonna talk?
Bonsai house. So that old lady's husband just knocked on the door and apologized for her being in my nursery. Guess she's senile. I wasn't, but now I'm any. Bad caregiving.
Lisa. Some good rings, huh?
Dang.
and smoke.
Oh man.
For you guys to really
Oh,
see.
what time is it? It's only 8. I'm not.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna try. And I used to be so good, you know. But...
Bonsai house. I told him, well, you just let your wife drink bird shit.
All show and no go. So, whatever.
Bird shit.
Bird is a word. One hour ago. Weatherman Plus.
Historic. Hurricane Lee starting to stack up a record performance already. The storm went from an 80-mile-an-hour Category 1 on Wednesday. Night to an incredible Category 5 with 165-mile-an-hour winds in just 24 hours. Huge jump in strength just one day.
One who gets
more than
baked.
80 miles an
Yo,
hour
today come on
stronger.
down to the hut for the end of summer
Twice the
sesh.
criteria for rapid intensification. So Hurricane Lee becomes only the 7th storm to achieve a mark like that. And you go back through satellite storm tracking.
One who gets
data,
baked.
and it's a very
Free 4
rare
sandwiches from
club
7
of
p.m. to 10 p.m. The Sesh Bus Mobile VIP Lounge will be here from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. 21 plus. Courtesy of Take a Days Off and Stay
Calm
Easy.
seas before the storm. We're getting live pictures of places.
Where's that at? Where's that at? Did that shit say the Sesh Bus?
Who knows?
This wave action is going to northward. The Bahamas on guard. Also Puerto Rico looking for.
Oh, my volume just cut out for some reason.
And then Hispaniola, Turks and Caicos, and Bermuda through the weekend all have got to be ready for what this storm could do. In just a few minutes, we're looking for meteorologists in charge, the National Weather Service in San Juan, Puerto Rico, to join us, talking about the timing and potential impacts there, but to get a good look at the storm. It is very well organized. And by the way, the location is far in the southeast in the Atlantic that a Category 5 hurricane has been observed. And records go back 170
One who gets
years.
baked.
So
Free massages from the Now Message. Hashtag toasted subs. Hashtag take days off. Hashtag stay easy. Hashtag raffle. Hashtag free sandwiches. We will have vendors, live art, raffles, and more. Hashtag Chiba Hut. Wicker Park. Hashtag Chiba Hut. Bonsai House.
And when we
Brand
dive
new
into
account.
this, we know that
Check the
warm
text.
water
Copied from an old account.
And I'm now
Blocked.
very interested to see what this newest advisory from the Hurricane Center is going to be.
Thank you,
because
Billy.
watching the recent scans, we had talked, and we were talking about it off camera too, how a little bit of shear might be impacting it. Now that's evident by the rain bands on the eastern side of this hurricane, this formidable hurricane. But what has been sort of surprising is I don't think that core was affected all that much, this eye. And this is only about the intensity of it. I mean, it being a Category 5, some seasons we don't even see that. So to watch how these storms behave, especially when they're in the open waters, right now no impact to land, but how this evolves, it's very much going to matter downstream how strong this hurricane gets, because that energy is conserved in the atmosphere. And as this thing does begin to get closer to land, what it's doing now is going to play a role downwind. But I'm fascinated to see how that core's not really been bothered by the shear.
One of the other things I've been fascinated about is think of all of the other tropical storms that we have had. Typically what will happen is you'll get a little bit of that warm water that ends up undergoing condensation and helps to build that storm upward. And that means that for the water that's left, it's cooler. But when you go all the way down into the ocean, I mean, I'm talking about several feet in the ocean, we still have water temperatures well into the mid to upper 80s. And that is part of the reason why this has been just a pretty active season here. Reminder that about a month ago here, we saw NOAA increase their predictions for this year. They were saying that this was just going to be an average year. August 10th, they looked at how warm the waters were, and they said, nope, this is going to be a pretty active year. So Lee has really been contributing, I think, to what we've been seeing all season long. And Amy, we still haven't officially reached the statistical height of hurricane season,
Dude, it
which
says
is in about 2 days,
165 mile an hour
and we still
winds.
have up until November 30th.
That's right. There's more than, there's half the season left on the calendar, and we're just getting into the peak of things. It does play out interesting where we entered an El Nino season thinking we might have less activity, and the sea surface temperatures in that battle clearly are winning the war in activity and also the ability to fuel and keep storms going. One of the big questions is, does this storm affect the land? What could it potentially do for the islands? We know it's going to kick up some dangerous rip current. The surf zone is going to be an issue. But does that continue once we get the storm a little better positioned late in the weekend for the East Coast to be impacted? The wind field has to be much larger than it is right now. We're looking at a storm where the hurricane force winds only extend about 45 miles outside of the center of the storm. That must grow in size in order to have a reaching effect. It's true that it's going to be a big wave action, and we're looking at 40, maybe 50 mile an hour wave heights well out into the ocean, which stirs everything up. But
50 mile an hour wave heights?
In order to have
What
some
did
real
she
impact.
just
This is where
say?
it's going to get interesting,
That's
I think,
crazy.
because it's going to be more of an impact, or it will have
Bonsai
more of an
house.
influence on the...
That's crazy. That's faster than terminal velocity. Faster than an object can fall from the
She said
sky.
50 mile an hour wave height. What does that even mean?
Yeah.
What do those words mean when put in that order? I don't get it.
immediate mainland of the United States. We'll have to
There's
watch
frogs.
the greater Antilles, the northern side of the
means these
Leeward
people
Islands
don't
as well,
even know
because
what they're
that's where
talking about.
this
We're in
storm's going to
big
make
trouble.
that close brush, these fringe effects that we're going to see. But it's around this time frame, Monday, that we'll begin to see it take a shape where we'll know and understand, hey, these are the types of impacts, and all things are on the table, including the life-threatening storm surge and the beach erosion.
I'm Amy Freeze. Welcome to Fox Weather's
Freeze,
YouTube.
freeze frame, freeze frame. Storm remains in the Atlantic. Yeah, what do you think it would all of a sudden switch to the Pacific? Storm remains in the Atlantic.
Bonsai house. At 120 mile per hour winds will shred cotton fabric.
Wow, and this is going 165, bro. They're thinking 180 mile per hour is expected. Would that make it a category 6?
That would make it like there ain't shit you can do about it, bro. It's coming. If you don't leave, it's coming, dude. It's gonna be at your door. Too late for shit. That's scary. They don't even know what to fucking call it.
I don't own a capo for a guitar. It's a thing that goes across the neck and squeezes it so it raises
Bonsai house.
where the bottom would
Have
be.
you looked at it on wind map? Looks worse than radar.
I don't think I've ever even used one before. but man, I watched I wonder if there'd be a way to translate this without a capo. History. This is so amazing right here.
California.
So I wonder if I could learn that without a capo. Because he plays that bass down there from the capo, right?
Bonsai House. Here, wind map shows 2. Bonsai House. Restream.io. Congratulations. You've received 100 messages today with Restream chat.
Dude, this rain outside is awesome. It's raining way harder than I think they predicted. I see blue skies above too. Amongst the clouds, I see the blue. It's crazy that it's raining this hard with that kind of a sky. Like billowy, cottony looking clouds. It's pouring down rain. So he's got a capo here? No. Where the fuck? I don't even understand how that works, dude. He's got the capo right there. I've played this song in the wrong key my whole fucking life. I can't believe this. I didn't know this. This is so funny.
He said my whole freaking life.
Dude, since I learned the song, I can't believe I've been playing it in the wrong key.
Go to Hotel California.
I love that. Sounds so fucking badass. I see what he's doing. He's walking the bass line down as he does it. totally relearn this song. It's going to be fun. That's like a whole project to relearn a song because I've always played it.
More like, dude, that just blew my mind.
Bonsai House. That was S on.
How do I used to play this, man? Why is this so hard to do?
Mr. Blue 313 Sextfin. Amu to the orchard hashtag keep it open.
I need to trim my nails, man. Oh, it stopped raining. That was quick.
Just poured it out real quick.
Bro.
That was it.
It's like blue skies. Sunny blue skies. And breezy and nice.
Yes. Is that the
spit on me and my homeland. Glorious pictures of my boy. Got my pills, got my speech down. My body's breathing its dying breath. Oh God, please, won't you help me make it through? Yeah, they've come to snuff the rooster. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Here come the rooster. Oh yeah. No, we ain't gonna Bad Bad Blue Jaws. Bad Bad Blue Jaws is chilling with us in the Discord. He was there, but then he was gone, like a ghost. He was there, and then he was gone.
What's up? Did you want a hug? Did you want a hug, buddy?
Oh, how many special people change? How many lives are living strange? Where were you while we were getting high? Slowly walking down the hall, faster than a cannonball. Where were you while we were getting high? Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide in a champagne supernova in the sky. Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide like a champagne supernova, a champagne supernova in the sky. I'm pressing way too hard on this neck, I don't know why. Wake up the dawn and ask her why. She dreams a dream, she never dies. Wipe that tear away now from your eye. Slowly walking down the hall, faster than a cannonball. Where were you while we were getting high? Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide like a champagne supernova in the She kind of.
Mr. Blue 313 at the shop setting up the new PC. Mr. Blue 313 Copy.
Oh, dude. So much better with the full band. I forgot how much better it was.
Arafat Nakba.
Fucking bass behind me. And
Always amazing. I'm so sorry I took you to purgatory, bro.
What do you fucking... What does that mean? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Why do you keep talking weird shit like that? I have no idea what you're talking about. I got my gun at the ready, gonna fire Will, cause I shoot the thrill, and I'm ready to kill, and I can't get enough, and I can't get my fill, cause I shoot the thrill, play it again.
Michael Hasty. Nay, it won't let me comment on Rumble.
With the lawnmower, but
Arafat Nakba. Oh yeah, cheers.
They won't let me comment on Rumble. Michael Hask, I've heard that one before. Isn't that weird? I just got paid today. Got me a pocket full of change. I just got paid today. Got me a pocket full of change. I'm working hard all day. Just step on my shoes and take my pay. My fingers get completely numb when I play guitar. I think I press way too hard. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know how long I could actually play for until I learn how to stop pressing so hard on the neck. I don't know why I'm doing that, man. I think River seems to play just fine. Doesn't take any pressure. Doesn't help that my nails do need to be clipped. That really does make a difference. Songs are so similar. You've seen it all around you. That song and this song. I never knew there'd come a day where I'd be singing to you. Where I'd be singing to you. Slip away. Now that you know that it's true, know that it's true. Now that you know that it's true. Now that you know that it's true. No, that doesn't sound right. Now that you know. Now that you know that it's true. Now that you know that it's true. I gotta get that. It should sound perfect. Now that you know that it's true. Now that know that it's true. Oh, so caught up in you. Why can't I do that? It's true, you're the one. Taught me, good it could be. When you're making a track song, do the lyrics come first or does the sheet music? Oh no, almost always the music goes down first and the singer's the last person to come into the studio. Generally. Now, not always. I've recorded myself live, vocal, while playing guitar. I mean, you can do whatever you want. If you're singing on key into a click track. You could even have a singer could come in and sing along to an acoustic track that they hear in the headphones, and then the band comes in and doesn't even have to listen to that and record the track. There's so many different options. You can do whatever. Sometimes the singer's in town first and not available, and you got to record the vocals first. So you just need a reference track, something they can sing to, you know? But yeah, lyrics are almost always last. Just because it's convenient that way. For the singer to have all the music, all the way it's going to go, you know? Usually the band doesn't need to hear the singer, and they just go by, and so if they do need to hear the singer, they'll use like simple vocal cues and stuff. It's a good question. No, I mean the song's already written. The song's already written. They already got the lyrics. So the band already knows the song. Band doesn't need to sing. These guys go home and play the song on their own without listening to the singer. You know? It's like me right now, just playing this song where I'm just going, I don't need the lyrics to go. See, I don't need a person singing over that to play that. And no musician would, really. So, if it is a point, some songs, they're dependent on the singer for cues and whatever, and they're not going to be able to do it without the vocal. There's some songs like that. You know? Like, oh, won't you take me home tonight? There's no music. It's just vocals. Right? So, you know, the bass player can be told when to come in, or the drums can be told this is when the song starts, or they can have a 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, and start the song. But there's parts in that song where it goes back to vocal and it's just vocal. If there's parts in a song that do that, I should say. Sometimes they need to have the vocal in there, you know, so it just depends on the song too. Most people don't sing their own songs. No, you're wrong about that, Rumble. Most people sing their own songs. I don't even know what you're talking about. Most people do sing their own songs. I mean, come take it from someone like me. I've been in the recording industry for years, bro. Most people do sing their own songs. I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, they do. Most people write their own songs that they sing. What is this, some fact you just came up with on your own?
Arafat Nakba. He had a Milli Vanilli moment, cheers.
I mean, you're thinking, yeah, there's people out there that sing, like Elton John. You know, he sings songs that somebody else wrote, but it's not very common. Usually it's a singer-songwriter. Usually. Yeah.
All right, brother, I gotta ride into town. I'll catch you later.
Okay, brother, take care.
Yes, sir.
Arafat Nakba. Cheers, Pinoy.
Anyway. Hey, Buck Biden, what's up? How's it going? I'm gonna try to learn this guitar part. That's the same thing right there. I could play those 4 notes. That's the A minor. Let's see what his next note is.
Bonsai house. I'm an asshole. I USD to smoke 2 packs a day now. I hate cigarette smokers so bad I won't go near one. I am a hypocrite.
I'm gonna have to go up that high because there's nowhere else to hit that note. Unless I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. That's pretty fucking cool, dude. That's what he's doing right there. That's going to be easy. I'm going to be able to learn all this without a capo. He's playing something like that. I don't know exactly what the note selection is, but I can finger that no problem. That's cool. That one's gonna be a bitch. How do you do that? I didn't know where to hit that note. I don't know how I'm gonna do that part. I'll have to work on that one. But I got this far so far. So I'm like, that far. That's pretty good. This is a start. What's he do next? God, what's he doing right? I don't even know what note he's hitting right there.
Bonsai house. Yo, man. Have you seen a golf berg since you've been home?
A golf berg. That's hard. That's really hard to play. I need to trim my nails. But... I might be able to play that right. Why I'm hitting that note twice?
Bonsai house. Oh, you don't know. I used to see so many golf balls washing up in storm drains that they would appear to be one big white mass. A golf berg.
Oh no, we don't get that many golf balls down here. I've found like maybe 30 or 40 top. I've saved them all. Not a berg. Not a berg. We'll keep looking. We'll wait for it. That's kind of exciting though, is trying to learn this a totally different way, the way it actually goes. Without a capo. Outlaws in country music today. It's just pop music now. I don't know which genre I dislike more, today's country or rap. The metal music where they scream or change their voice like a monster is pretty annoying too. Change their voice. You're funny. I gotta take my dog out. Look, you guys have been awesome. Love y'all. Take care. And I'll see you on the next show, okay? You guys are an awesome audience, and I look forward to our next show. This was a very pleasant experience for me. I hope it was for you as well. Sorry we had to ban some of you. Okay, you guys take care.